Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Bernie with CG Spectrum. I'm a concept art mentor here. Happy Monday. Yeah, so today we are going to do some figure paintings. We're going to take a break from the animal studies that we were doing for the past month or so. Hope you guys are having a good Monday, or that you guys had a good weekend. For me, I was just getting organized, settled into my new place. It always takes longer than I expect. The kids are enjoying the backyard, though. We have a much larger backyard here at the new place, so with the lockdown and everything, it's been helpful to the kids, at least, to be in a bigger backyard. Alright, cool. So today we're going to be using virtual pose. I'm going to start off with doing some quick warm-ups. So yeah, for those who don't know virtual pose, you can rotate the figure to get the angle that you want. So yeah, these are quick warm-ups I'm going to do, so I'm not really going to pause too long on the image. Hopefully you guys have a folder full of reference images that you can just warm up with. So let's start with that. Hey, what's going on, Penny? Hey, Tony. Good morning, good morning. Monday mornings are the toughest for me, and that's when you guys all get me. But yeah, it's always good to be hanging out and drawing with you guys. All right, let's get started. Oh, I feel super hesitant to get going here. Yeah, we're going to spend just 1 or 2 minutes on each pose here. How was your weekend, guys? Do anything cool? Do anything special? Different? The past few days, or at least the past week, I had like, I was just feeling super tired, and I thought it was because of the move. But I was getting headaches and things like that, and my eyes were really hurting. And I realized that it's because my eyes were just getting strained. I need to wear glasses now when I'm working at the computer, which sucks. I never had to wear glasses unless I'm driving at night. But now I gotta wear glasses when I'm working, if I'm working for a prolonged period of time. My vision's about the same. Like, that's why I didn't think it was me needing glasses while I'm working. Yeah, I could see about the same amount. I didn't notice any difference in my vision, but I think what happens is my eyes are getting strained much faster is what it is. It's just they get tired faster than usual. So that's what's going on, I think. Just another sign of getting older. Anyways, let's switch up the pose. I'm just gonna rotate the same pose. I'll show you guys real quick if you want to grab it. I'll give you guys 10 seconds to grab it. Hey, what's up, Drawn Skull? Hey, Laura. Dinner time. Oh, you got a new printer? Awesome. Do any of you guys have 3D printers? I have a student that has a 3D printer where they're modeling like or printing out Warhammer sculptures or little miniatures, I mean. And he's like redesigning them and printing them out and selling them actually, which is cool. I'm just waiting for 3D printer technology to get better before I purchase one. Sledding, that's awesome. That sounds like fun actually. Yeah, that would be cool to go sledding with my kids. There's snow on the mountaintops here in California, but not down where I live. I could see it from where I'm at, but yeah, no snow down here. What kind of tablet do I use? Just using a Cintiq 22 HD. Hey, Audrey. Hey, Tom. Oh, yeah, Tom, that's you. Yeah, for the open session, I did leave you some feedback. Hopefully it was helpful. Yeah, it was looking cool. I was just playing with the proportions on that. All right, let's get to going to our next warm-up. Oh, I got constrained into my my canvas size. So make sure you guys don't do that. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's do one more and then do a longer pose. Switch it up a little bit. 10 seconds to grab this image. My son just walked in. Anyways, Drawn Skull, can a concept artist be a comic book creator, and is a comic book creator a good job? I have no idea. Can a concept artist be a comic book creator? Sure, I'm sure they can be. Why not? But does that automatically lead to being a comic book creator? Uh, no, you need to have a lot more probably other skill sets to become a comic book creator. Uh, I mean, I have friends who are concept artists that want to be, you know, create their own graphic novels or things like that, but they haven't. It takes a lot of commitment and energy to create something like that. But again, is it possible? Of course it is. Is a comic book creator a good job? Hard to answer. It could be, I'm sure. I think it just really depends on if you're able to make a living doing it or not. Yeah, a lot of it's marketing, a lot of it's just appealing to your audience. I mean, when I was younger, I wanted to create my own comics as well. But yeah, it's not as easy as it sounds. But for sure, try it out. I know people are doing it right now on the side. Try it out, why not? I think you really have to have a passion for it, and you really have to be the type of person that's good at completing things, like finishing things, right? Like pushing forward and finishing your comic. I'm not like that, to be honest. That's why I'm a concept artist. I don't like finishing an image completely. It's not my thing. It's not my strength. I'd rather just explore many, many different ideas. That's what I am. I like thinking about different ideas and exploring. That's what I like to do. Some people feel a sense of accomplishment when they finish an image, things like that. I don't really care for it. It doesn't do much for me personally. I have much more fun, again, just exploring different things. That part is much more fun for me. Different ideas, all that. Wow, look at this. Feeling rusty here. Let's go on to just painting. All right, let's go here and I'm gonna look around and see if there's something interesting to paint. Let's try this. Pretty simple, but the lighting's pretty clear on it. Top down. Let's try that out. Grab that if you can. I'll give you guys 15 seconds to grab it. Tom's asking, is there a big jump from the intro course to the advanced course? I would say so. Yeah, basically, if you're getting into the advanced course, you need to have a really good foundation already. Like figure drawing shouldn't be an issue. You know, you should have basic knowledge about, you know, painting and all that. That shouldn't be an issue. If that is an issue, start with the intro course. Yeah. The advanced course is more for building up your portfolio. Things like that. Drawn Skull, yeah, I was gonna create my own comic book universe like Marvel and make movies out of them, but I realized you don't have to make comic heroes to turn them into movies similar to Star Wars. Yeah, okay, cool. You're saying what I meant to say is you don't have to create comics to make a cinematic universe. Yeah, you don't. You don't. It all depends. Anyways, cool. A few more seconds to grab this image. And once again, I'm just going to start blocking it in. Maybe I'll do a quick sketch, just because maybe it's confusing to some people when I just block things in. Alright, cool. Let's do this. That. And throw the image in the corner here, just so you guys could reference it. Alright. Let's do a quick drawing. Alright, almost done with the sketch. Just block her eyes in or facial features in real quick. All right. Oops. All right, let's block that in. What TV shows or movies are you guys watching, or have you guys watched recently that inspire you guys with the visual arts? Name some, guys. Or even graphic novels or comics, actually. If there's anything that's really cool these days, like, let me know. I want to check them out. Oh, Evangelion? You mean the original? Like the, I'm only familiar with the old original version of that. Can you be more specific, please? Or is there only one version of that? By the way, we're gonna spend, let's see, at least 30 minutes more on this one, just letting you guys know if you're following along or painting along. Ready Player One, yeah, I checked that out. That was cool. Oh, the OG one? Okay, cool. For Evangelion. Yeah, I only watched a few of those. I didn't really watch too many of them, but I'll check them out again. Demon's Lair? What is Demon's Lair on? Is that on Netflix? Is that an animation? The series and the 2 movies for that? Okay, cool. Hey, Patrick. Lovecraft Country? I've never heard of that. Is that an animation too, or what is that? Oh, okay, you like the art style and the effects for Demon Slayer? I'll check it out later. Yeah, a lot of times, you know, just don't have the time to keep up with everything, so you guys are probably a lot more familiar with what's cool out there right now. So you guys are teaching me what's cool, so I gotta check that out. All right, we got our base layer in for our silhouette. I'm gonna kill the drawing or the sketch a little bit and do a clipping mask again and put in my shadows real quick. What have I been watching? I've been watching some... What was it? I don't remember the name. It's a Korean like horror on Netflix. Shoot. I'm so bad with remembering titles and things like that. Oh, Sweet Home. That's what I've been watching. Sweet Home on Netflix. It's pretty fun. It's not really that scary though, but yeah, it's been kind of fun to watch. And then I'm watching this other one with my wife. Again, it's a Korean like a superhero or some kind of... It's similar to Lost, like a Korean version of... I'm sorry, not Lost. What am I trying to say? Heroes, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like a Korean version of Heroes. And once again, I get them mixed up, like the Korean name and the English name for it. Anyways, but I'm watching those right now. My wife can't watch any horror movies, so I gotta watch that kind of stuff on my own. Are you guys like that too, where your boyfriend or girlfriend, your tastes in TV shows don't match up and you guys gotta watch stuff separately? Yeah. Sounds kind of sad. I think I gotta cover this up here. All right, we're getting there. Yeah, let me throw down the clothing real quick. See if an overlay will work or not. All right, that's good. Let's make another or clipping mask. Oh, Kingdom, yeah, I watched part of that too. I was watching it and then something happened and I forgot to go back to it. But yeah, it was pretty fun when I was watching it. I got to go back to that. Cool, Drawn Skull. Yeah, that sounds interesting. I like coming up with my own stories too, and like world building and all that. Yeah, definitely start early because that stuff takes a long time. Hey, Kushel. Bat Guys, yeah, I haven't heard of that. I gotta check that out. Is there a new season on Titan out? Attack on Titan, I mean? I didn't know that. I was waiting for the longest time and then I gave up. It took too long. But yeah, the first season was awesome. So is it out? All right, let's do our light pass on this. Whoops, you know what? Let's before we do the light pass, I'm just gonna do a add some warms to it on a multiply. Just to get more color variation going on. Whoops. Let's do that first. And she looks super dark, huh? Maybe I'll just use an overlay. I'll try an overlay later when I'm done with it. Oh, it's out, huh? I gotta check it out then. I'm gonna actually watch that today. The Grudge. What do you mean, the grudge was always your weakness and fear, Drawn Skull? What does that mean? I haven't watched it, so I don't know. Maybe you have to watch it to understand. Just looking for my, whoops. Looking for my hard edges here to describe the forms. Remember, if you guys are following this, don't try to copy. That's not the point of this. Always remind yourself as you're doing studies. It's not, the point isn't to make it like the photo itself. The photo is simply giving you some direction to work off of. If that makes sense. Don't feel the need to copy. We're not copy machines. We're just trying to, again, use these studies. For myself, at least, it's indicating it or figuring out the process for concept art. So copying is not going to help you be better at doing concept art. You were trying to find for the simplest approach, the most efficient approach, and create a library in your head of different muscle groupings, the way lighting looks like when you're doing your own concepts. So it's just something you always have to remind yourself. Kushal is asking, I have a question. I was never really good at traditional drawing and painting. I'm trying to learn digital art now. Will it be difficult for me? I mean, there's plenty of people that never painted traditionally that are good at digital painting. So, you know, it's not like you have to know traditional painting to be good at digital painting. Does it help? Can it help? Yes, it can. Can it hurt to be, you know, too familiar with traditional painting? It can hurt you too, right? There's plenty of people that started with traditional painting and they just can't, they're just hung up on that idea of how you paint traditionally, right? So in some ways it could hurt you. But, you know, for the most part, I think it's helpful. But again, it also depends on the style of art or the style of the painting you have. Sometimes you don't need any traditional painting because again, if it's more cartoonier, more stylized, it may not matter so much. So even in the shadows, like the face right here, where everything's pretty much in dark, besides, you know, the top of her forehead, and you have reflected light bouncing into her body, like even in the darker areas, right? But you still want to create a value range. Sometimes people just darken things up and they muddy everything up where you can't see, but you want that value range. You want the forms to read. Correct this arm on the right. Bring it out a little bit more. indicate some of those abs. It's very subtle how the light's hitting her abdominal area. So yeah, I am gonna keep it quite subtle, meaning the value range. But again, you still want that value range to be there, and the indication of forms to be there as well. Yeah, adding in that subtle value range really does help. If I turn it on and off, yeah, you can see that. Oh, you're Drawn Skull, you're afraid of watching The Grudge? I gotta check it out. I really like being scared. And it's very rare for me to watch something and feel scared of watching it. So I gotta check it out. Tony's asking, you enjoying your new house, Bernie? Unpacked everything yet? Yeah, again, the yard is a lot bigger here. So, you know, I don't feel all cooped up. The kids are really enjoying the backyard, going out all the time. They're making a mess. They like dug several holes in the backyard. It looks like a bunker or something. But yeah, they're just having fun being kids outside. Yeah, unpacked everything. I'm trying to get rid of all the boxes and trash we got from after we're done moving. But But yeah, pretty much settled in over this weekend. Still organizing a little bit here and there. But yeah. All right, I'm going to quickly indicate some of these forms in the legs. Not going to spend too much time on it. And then I will do a pass, like an overlay pass over the entire image, see if that could help real quick in terms of organizing the values, popping things in and out overall. Oh, that leg looks super long, huh? Now that I'm looking at it. I remember I lengthened it earlier, but I think I overdid it. But it's always better to exaggerate than not, in my opinion. Scale back after you exaggerate something. I think that's always better to scale back later. Always push things in the beginning. Oops. Now I'm just going to indicate these hands real quick. You do your hand studies on your own. I'm not going to do them here and now. All right, let's go back to the head real quick. All right, so gonna try using an overlay layer and lighten things up a bit overall. Just for fun, and cut her out and then play with levels real quick. Oops. Oh, the Japanese version of The Grudge is more scary? That's what I would expect. Hey Tony, you see the Sin City book behind me? Yeah. Yeah, I have a bunch of books behind me. There's like more on the left and right. Yeah, Sin City, that style is really cool. I like how bold it is and all that. I think like a quarter of the books I have behind me, I haven't even checked out too much of yet. It's kind of weird, but yeah, that's the case. Back in the day, when I worked for a certain company, they gave us about $1,000 a year to buy whatever books that we wanted, or to take supplemental classes and things like that for training. And I chose to always buy books with that money, so yep. Anyways, all right, cool. Let's look for a different image to work with. Let's close that out. Let's see. I'm having a challenging time being inspired by some of these. Let's see. The lighting isn't the best on them. So whatever lighting we do see, we're gonna have to exaggerate it, because it's just all washed out, right? I mean, this is probably more for drawing than painting. So it's good practice to train your eye to really be able to exaggerate what you see lighting wise. So that's what we're gonna have to do this time around. Let's try this one. So grab that if you can. I'll give you about 20 seconds to grab that image. Yeah, I'll be right back, okay? Alright guys, I'm back. Hopefully you had time to get this image. And let's get started on that. Oops, my bad. Alright, cool. Let's get going again. Again, I'll do a quick sketch and then we'll block it in right after. What do you guys use to do figure drawing studies? Do you guys just randomly Google to find images, or is there a specific site that has really good images? I made his head too small, huh? I'm gonna leave it like that for now. Sometimes it's more appealing when the head's smaller for most character concepts, so that's my excuse. Alright. Just gonna indicate this stool. All right, let's start blocking this guy in. Actually, let me indicate his neck a little bit better. All right. Drawn Skull, you have 2 more years to get your BFA in film production. Cool. I'm not the head of the concept art course. That is Brandon. I'm just doing this half-time, part-time. Hey, Yazzer. You start with Google. Yeah, that's usually what I do too. Just wondering if you have specific sites that have really good images or not. Again, I know what was popular back in the day, but it's probably not popular these days. There's probably better options now, so again, it's hard to keep up with all that, but I'm sure some of you guys are familiar with that. Oh yeah, Pinterest is good too, yeah. That I do use. By the way, how often or what percent of your time do you guys devote to doing studies like this? As opposed to, you know, like concept art or illustrations, things like that. How much of your percent of your time do you devote to studies? And do you feel like that ratio is correct, or if you have to make an adjustment to that or not? What are your thoughts on that? All right, so we got this guy all blocked in. I'm gonna do the clipping mask again to throw in the shadows, or the dark areas, the darker values. Jevelarza says a few days a week, perhaps an hour or two. Felix says he's doing almost 50% studies. Come on, guys, I want to know how much percent you guys do studies opposed to, you know, the fun stuff like concept art or illustration. Hey, what's up, Felix? Yeah, thanks for chiming in. I mean, there's a reason why I'm asking is because really, for most people, the studies are probably going to be lower than 50%, right? And really, in my opinion, if you're a student, you should be doing, let's see, well, it should be at least 50% studies, right? I think it should be closer to, what's the accurate? Maybe 60 to 70% studies? And of course, it all depends on where you're at, right? But again, for most students, I would say it should be around that amount. 60 to 70% studies. The reason why is because when I see most students' artwork, and when I say most students, I'm saying probably 80% of the students that I come across, their foundational skills are just not strong enough to be able to do what's in their mind, right? What they want to achieve visually. That's like the bottleneck or the weak point, right? Is you have great ideas sometimes, but unable to execute it, right? And that's because your foundational studies aren't, or foundational skills aren't strong enough. So that's why I say the percentage, how much time you spend on study should be at least 50 for most people, and probably, again, for majority, 60 to 70% of your time. And hopefully that's not discouraging to you guys. Because really, even for professionals, we should be doing more studies too. It's just that oftentimes, because of our tighter deadlines, right, that we have to meet, we're unable to do it. We're not in an ideal situation most of the time. So even though it would be better for us and for the image to be able to do studies, right, we just don't often have that luxury. But if I did have the time, then I would definitely do the studies. So for students, definitely, you guys do have that time, or you should, right? I know some of you guys are working and things like that, but the assignments are fairly simple. They're not too time consuming, or they shouldn't be, at least. So you do have the time to do the studies. But anyways, yeah, just bugging you guys about it again. Because it's interesting how I could say it 100 times how important studies are, and still people won't do them, right? And when I was in college, I mean, that's what a majority of our work was. It was all studies, really. Until later, like towards our later terms, right? Before we're graduating, maybe a couple terms before we graduate, that's when you focus on your portfolio. And even then, a lot of people aren't ready for that. Most people, I would say. Their foundational skills are too weak. Hopefully that makes sense what I'm saying. By the way, I didn't say what I was trying to get out of this image. I should say that every time before I start painting an image or doing a study on an image. Here, I just want to push things in and out, like the shoulder and this thigh. I want to bring it forward, way forward, and push the arm and the opposite arm and leg back into the image. So I want to show a lot of volume here. That's why I chose this image, because there's quite a bit of overlap as well. So that's mainly it, is showing the volume in the shoulder and thigh area. And maybe a little bit in the head, showing that highlight off. I think I made his arm too small or too thin. Yeah, Laura, good. Yeah, you should definitely get a strong foundation. Tony says he does about an hour and a half a day on studies from photographs. Then if the weather's nice, you do plein air stuff on the weekend. Yeah, that's awesome. What is the industry standard software for concept art? Photoshop. Yep, Tony's right. UFC 94 is asking, can I study at CG Spectrum if I'm a complete beginner? I'm looking for foundation classes. It really depends on where you're at. I would say again, if you're just starting off, if you're very new to art, work on your foundational skills. There's a lot of websites that provide, courses or tutorials. There's free stuff on YouTube, right? Work up your foundational skills first. I know CG Spectrum is working on developing a foundational course for students just like yourself. That's still in the works. It's not out yet, so yeah. But if you're not sure, just apply, and there's people that will give you advice on what course to take. So definitely apply if you're not sure, and talk to somebody at CG Spectrum. Yeah, it's possible the stream is blocking links. All right, cool. So now that we have our darks in there, I am going to let's just throw down some color variation again. on a multiply. Yeah, I'm gonna use reds and greens for this guy. Oops. So on this layer, I'm going to try some grayish greens. Alright, so now let's do a lighting pass. Oh, you just finished a one-on-one mentorship with Peter Hahn? Cool. How was it? Did you feel like, yeah, your foundational skills were lacking? Like, meaning it was hard to move forward because of that reason? I'm asking because that's what I would expect to happen to most students if they enter a mentorship too early. I had a student like that where I really encouraged him to, yeah, go back and work on his foundational skills. I just was very limited in how I can help him, right? Because his foundational skills were so low. It really limits the mentor and the amount they can help you with. Because they could tell you a lot of things and they could paint over all your work, but you know, what do you do with that? Don't get me wrong, I've seen some students really excel quickly at a rapid pace. That's happened too, but that's pretty rare. And usually, again, it's students that are able to dedicate 100% of their time to their studies. And again, they really listen to me when I tell them to do studies. They're doing them. They're doing a bunch of them. And that's when I really see improvement in students. I know I keep bugging you guys about it, but it's just true. There's no, you know, there's no magic behind it. You just got to do the studies. Definitely look for the correct tutorials too, for sure. That will help accelerate your growth. If you could find mentors or the artists that are painting or drawing in a particular style that appeals to you, that you're trying to aim for, definitely find those and look at their tutorials and demos and stuff like that. See the brushes they use, the process they use, all of that. That will excel your growth. What I'm doing here is just all basic stuff, right? It's like general things. And it doesn't really apply. I mean, it applies to everyone, but if you're further along, you should definitely be exploring more specific tutorials. And a mentor can definitely guide you in those areas too, making recommendations on what you should be doing and what you should be working on in your portfolio and things like that. I'm gonna need to bring in some darker accents here at one point, but I'm just gonna keep going for now. By the way, UFC 94, what's special about UFC 94? Is there something special about that UFC? I do watch UFC, so I'm curious. once in a while, I'll still be thinking about coffee. I just daydream about coffee. Isn't that sad? I just caught myself thinking about coffee right now. Ah. Oh, coffee. All right, 10 more minutes left. If you guys like these videos, please give me a like. It helps out the school. Just take a moment and please give me a like. Thank you. I wish I could tell you guys to buy me some coffee if you like this video. Oh man, so sad. Whoops. Hey, Lucas. Pacific Rim movies? Not in particular. What's a Ko-Fi? I'm just gonna bump the highlights a little bit more here. Do a quick overlay layer again. Yeah, I didn't bump the accents like I should have before, but let's just go with this. Oops. Oh, that's super blown out. Again, the point of the study was to push and pull the forms out. So that's what I'm going to try to do here. I'm going to play with levels. Definitely got to darken some of this. Cool, thanks, Evil Raccoon. I gotta start my own stream, I think, to get donations, right? Alright, thanks guys, it was fun. Hopefully this was helpful, that you guys were able to follow along. Once again, give me a like if you like these streams. And hope you guys have a great week and that you guys are able to definitely focus on your studies this week as well. Alright? Have a good week, guys. See ya. Bye.